Welcome back to another incredible episode of Unapologetically Shaun, where we talk about pop culture, everything that has to do with our mind, body, and soul, and any and everything that I want to talk about. So, if you're ready for another amazing episode, please stay tuned and remember to listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Anchor, Amazon Music, Castbox, and iHeartRadio, and each and every Wednesday at midnight on my YouTube channel, Life with Shaun. All right, let's get into today's episode. So today's episode is something that I just had on my heart and my mind and my spirit, and I really wanted to talk about it because I feel like it's very important to talk about, because I feel like we all need to do this. And today's topic is going to be choosing myself. And the reason why I decided I wanted to talk about this was because I have been in a space where I feel that in the past I haven't chose myself. I always thought from survival mode, and I never really chose from what I feel is the best decision for my life. And so I wanted to talk about choosing yourself and why it's so important to choose yourself, because if we don't choose ourselves, we're going to continue to be miserable, and we're going to continue to be living, I want to say, living for others, and also, imposter syndrome. You pretending, you wearing this mask and pretending to be somebody else, and you're not your true authentic self. And I feel like I'm in a mindset now that I'm tired of wearing a mask, and I'm tired of pretending like I'm happy with certain things when I'm not. And so I'm not saying I'm unhappy in my life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I'm in a space where I'm choosing how I feel, what is best for me, what works for me. Because if I'm not happy, then I can't be happy for others. I can't be happy for my children. I can't be happy for my husband, my family, my friends. I can't give the light that I'm supposed to give if I'm continuing to pretend to be someone else. I'm continuing to wear this mask. So I feel like we all need to take a moment to do some self-reflection and to actually think about how important it is to choose yourself. Because if you don't choose yourself, how can you expect other people to choose you and to respect you as a person if you don't even respect you as a person? You know what I'm saying? Or you don't even love yourself, or you don't see the value in yourself, but you expect others to see that value in you. So it's just something that you have to think about. Like, I have to start choosing me in every situation. When it comes to love, when it comes to jobs, when it comes to friends and family, and situations that you feel is not the best situation, you have to start choosing yourself, because that's what's most important. At the end of the day, you came in this world alone, and you're gonna leave this world alone. So you got to be your own best friend. At the end of the day, you have to be your own cheerleader, your own fan. You have to be the one that bigs you up at the end of the day. And so that's why I said I wanted to talk about like choosing myself. And I'm in this process of still looking for a job. Yes. Hundreds of applications later, I'm still here looking. And I've had a few interviews, and I'm feeling like I'm getting played. And I think I am in a space where I feel like I'm having an awakening, and I'm more enlightened on things, and I'm not accepting certain things like I would have accepted 10 years ago. I would have accepted anything, and I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not accepting things that I feel that isn't for me. It's not meant for me. And so that's why I'm like, I think that's probably why it's been a little bit harder, because I'm not accepting the bare minimum anymore in anything in my life. I'm not accepting it. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. I think maybe, I'm getting older and I'm just not tolerating certain things in my life anymore. And that comes with a job too. I'm not tolerating disrespect. I'm not tolerating not being paid my worth. I'm not tolerating being talked to crazy or not being respected at all. I'm not doing that anymore. So I feel like I've worked very hard. I've went to school. I've did all of the so-called American dream things, and I'm not I'm not taking less. Okay, I'm not doing it, and that's just my mindset now. I'm above it all. I can't do that anymore. I'm not gonna let anyone or anything walk over me, and that's just the bottom line. So I think that's why I don't know, I'm just in this space of like, I'm not doing it. I recently just had an interview, and I swear, like, it's like you just sit up in here and you hear these people talk. I swear I feel like I had an awakening, because when certain people talk and I feel like it's BS, I like tune it out. Like, I don't even be caring no more. Like, I don't get nervous no more, because I'm in a spot where I'm thinking like, you just trying to convince me of something that obviously somebody else didn't want to do because it's open. So obviously this is not gonna work, and I'm not downing certain type of jobs because they have to be done. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is, like, you get to a point where you listening and you like, yeah, you full of it, like you trying to convince me, and obviously this ain't where I need to be, or this ain't it, because somebody else didn't want it either. And it's just like, if I'm done settling for things that's not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm done taking anything. I'm done living in that survival mode. I'm done just putting myself on the back burner. I'll come first now, because if I'm not good, I can't be good for nobody. And I want y'all to take that from this message. If you are not good, you can't be good for anyone. That goes for relationships. If you're a parent, if you're a friend, if you are mother, sister, brother, whatever. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't expect what you want from others if you can't do it for yourself. And I talk about self-care, self-love all day long, and I feel like it's very important that we focus on self. Mind, body, and soul. We got to take care of ourselves. And so that's why we have to choose us in every situation. Choose yourself, because it's important that you choose you, because you can't expect other people to do it for you. You got to do it for you. And I've been thinking, like, this year I wanted to get back into therapy, because it is still some traumas that I need to work through, because I feel I have worked through a lot of them, but it's still some things that I know I need to unsurface, because I have an issue with remembering my childhood, and I really believe that it has to do with all of the trauma that I experienced as a child. That's why I blocked it out and I don't remember my childhood. And so I really do need to get back into therapy and work on that, because it's essential that I work on those traumas to heal, so that I can be a better mother and a better wife and a better person overall, because it's a lot of things that I need to work on to help me unharden my heart. Like, I'm very loving, but I do have moments where it's hard for me to connect emotionally. And I think that's because I was trying to protect my heart. And so that's something that I need to go to therapy and work on. And I promote therapy over here. So please, if you need therapy, if you need somebody to talk to, go get it. There's ways to get free therapy if you can't afford it. There's stuff out there. Do your research. And if I can find some things, I'll put it in. This is going to be on my YouTube channel, so I'll put it in the description box. And also, I'll put it in in the description for the actual episode of the podcast. So I'll do a little research for you too to see if I can find anything for free therapy or counseling or anything like that. But yes, if you need to talk to somebody, please go get the help, because it's very important. Very, very important. And I am going to talk more about mental health, because I have done an episode on mental health probably last season. So go back and look for it, because I did talk about mental health, because it's very important to talk about it, because I struggle with my mental health as well. I've been struggling with depression since I was a child, and that's due to the traumatic lifestyle that I grew up in. That's why I developed depression. I didn't really have anxiety as a child. I might have had it and didn't realize it, but I definitely dealt with depression, like really, really crippling depression, and I still deal with it. And you might look at me and be like, you deal with depression? Yes, I just know how to mask it and cover it, but I deal with it, and it's been to a point where I didn't even want to be here anymore on the planet. It's been that. I've had those moments plenty of times, but I don't talk about it because people, I don't know, I just feel like people wouldn't understand. But of course people will understand, because there's other people that's experiencing the same thing that I've actually went through. So I'm not saying that I'm the only person that go through that or have went through that, but I know when my triggers happen, and I know that they happen when I get really overwhelmed. That's why I have stopped overwhelming myself, especially when it comes to jobs, because I'm not letting no job kill me. At the end of the day, stress kills. So never, ever, ever let a job get you to a point where you getting sick and it's stressing you out, and you never let it happen. Because at the end of the day, if you die right on that job, they will have your posting up within a couple hours or a couple days. So stop killing yourself for a job. And that's what I told myself years ago. I'm not killing myself for nobody's job, so I'm not stressing myself at no more, taking no more years off of my life for a job that don't care about me. I'm a number to them. They don't know me personally. They don't know my family. If I was going the next day, they wouldn't give my family money to bury me. So I'm not going to give them that much loyalty, okay? At the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself, and that's what I had to do for myself. I had to take care of myself, my mental health. And so that I have been working on my mental health, and I know my triggers, and now I know to not get myself to a point where I'm that overwhelmed that it takes me to that space. So I'm not going to go to that space anymore, because that's not the life I want to live. I want to be happy. I like to be happy. I love the space that I'm in, where I'm at peace and I'm happy, and I feel like the happier I am, the better mother I can be to my children, because I don't want them to have to experience the life that I had to experience and to feel how I felt. So I'm trying to put life into them and build up their confidence and help them, because I don't want them to ever feel like that. I don't want them to develop depression. I don't want them to develop anxiety. I don't want them to feel any of that. I want them to have a beautiful life. The life that they deserve to have. I know it's not going to be perfect. Life is not perfect, but I don't want to contribute to any of that emotionally for them. I want them to be healthy emotionally. I don't want them to ever have to deal with any of that. So as a mother, I have to work on me so I can be a great role model and a great example of working on yourself, taking care of yourself, mind, body, and soul, so they know what that is. And so, yeah, I just wanted to get this message out. I think it was on my heart because somebody had to hear this. Not only me, but there's somebody out there in the world that needed to hear this. So I had to get this message out. And what did Tupac say? He wanted to spark the brain that would change the world. And that's what I want to do too. I want to spark that brain that will change the world. Long after I'm gone, I want to be able to leave that impact on the world to make a positive change. And that's just something I want to do. I feel like that's part of my purpose, and that's a passion of mine. I just want to make a positive impact on the world and make it and leave it better than what it was. That's what I want. So yes, I'm choosing me each and every day. From now on, I am always going to choose me and what's best for me. And I'm going to continue to work on me. And yes, I'm going to find that therapist as well this year. And 2023 is going to be my year. And I'm going to say that. And I'm going to mean that. It's going to be my year to be better. And to live out my dreams and do exactly what I set out to do. All right, y'all. So I want to wrap this episode up, and I do appreciate you all listening each and every Wednesday on all those lovely platforms that we are available to listen to. And I'm going to say it again just to remind you, if you don't remember, we are available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Casts, Breaker, Radio Public, Anchor, Amazon Music, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and each and every Wednesday on my YouTube channel, Life with Shaun, at midnight on Wednesday. So it drop on Wednesday at midnight on all my platforms as well, all the other platforms. So I want you all to have a wonderful, wonderful week and a wonderful, wonderful day, and continue to be blessed and put God first in your life. All right. Bye.